Good day, Minecraftians. Purple Mentat here, bringing you episode 2 of my Clouds of Darkness Let's Play. Since last time, you can see that I have cleaned out the island a bit, got it stripped down to bedrock, used these slabs to start extending this way a bit. I have a tiny little farm plot set up. I need to get more dirt together before I can do much more with it. And I've been working on trees. Got a lot of wood saved up. It's all going to be very useful. However, now I am starting to run low on food. I have run through most of the free stores that they give you in the first couple of quests, and it is time to get a more reliable supply together. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the two of the apples that I've saved from crooking the leaves on the oak trees, and I'm going to create some apple saplings from Pam's Harvest Craft with them. These are going to do a much better job of keeping me fed. I'm not sure if I can twerk them to grow. Looks like they don't get the bone meal effect from tree growth. Oh, maybe they just grow pretty quick on their own. Or maybe they only need the one bone meal effect to grow. There we go. Now I've got a nice collection of apples that'll start maturing. And once they are ready, I'll be able to use those to keep myself alive long enough for more efficient methods of food production to come into play. But those are longer term plans. Now, what else am I going to need to start progressing? Well, I really need to get a cobblestone generator together, and that is going to be a focus for the moment. So, this is the cobble gen that I think is going to work out pretty well for me here. What we're going to do is we're going to put down 2 cobblestone like that, and 1 here, and then we're going to kind of ring it with slabs. And you're also going to want to slab up. Whoops. Right. That's interesting. So this is a little secret that I did not know about. We're finding about it live. All right. Is it just the one spot? Yeah, it looks that way. All right, let's go see what we can see down there. Seems lit up so far. Hey, please read first. Okay. Creator. You must be the new creator I've heard about. The last creator told me to be on the lookout for you and to help you along the way. Well, I say bold to that. You should be on your own like he was. But I gave them my word, and I keep my word. Ah. Alright, well, item frame. That'll be useful. Another sign. Maybe not so much. And here, in this chest, we have a bunch of troll blocks. An ender fruit. That's interesting. And helping hand. The troll blocks spell LOL, as you can see. I don't trust the ender fruit, and I know that the troll blocks from Lucky Blocks are a terrible idea. Do not open these. However, the chest is fairly useful. Yeah, we're going to leave everything else alone down here for now. Interesting. Alright. So, do I dare? What's the worst thing that can possibly happen, right? I mean, it's made out of ender nuggets and an empowered ender pearl. I dare. Let's find out. Whoa, okay. That is pretty cool. Night vision, speed, health boost, absorption, regen, saturation, strength. That was totally worth using now because I'm almost out of food. This is going to last me for 10 or 15 minutes in game. We're going to leave that open so that I can easily find it later. Because it's got bedrock on it, I can't easily remove the hatch. So, that's a bit of an issue. I don't want to just leave it open because then I'll accidentally fall into it. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to leave it open and cover it with a slab, and use the original build I was going with. Alright, so, as I was saying, ring it with slabs and put one on the opening as well. You can grab the slabs from the corners, those don't absolutely need to be there. In fact, they're kind of useless there. And you might want the materials for something else. I'll show you what in just a moment. Alright, so, with this setup, our cobblestone is going to form right here. As such, we want that to be where we are able to easily get up to stand. So we're going to put some of those stairs we gathered earlier there to walk up there. Oh, and you know what? I needed to go one space further than that. Bump. Bump, bump, bump. And get that back. There we are. So, we're going to use the fact that Minecraft fluid mechanics are a little bit weird. We're going to put some water there, and it's going to flow into that hole and not go over it. And because the slabs are in the way, it won't be able to flow out of that hole. And we're going to gather our 1,000 millibuckets, or 1 bucket of lava, from the crucible, and take that, stick it right here. Now that's going to flow and create water, right. It will create right about there every time because of the way that when flowing lava touches flowing water, the flowing lava turns into cobblestone. Now, you can actually stand right on top of it, and it won't damage you. Now, this is a very basic, simplistic setup, but it's going to be enough to get us where we need to go from here, which will get us the materials to build a more complicated system. Also, of utmost importance to me, it's going to allow us to make more lava very, very easily. But before we do that, we need to gather that crucible and check our quest book. The Waking of the Creator. Getting burnt, we're going to need to gather that lava bucket back up so that we can hit that manual detect button, claim our reward of a reward bag, and there we are. Let's see what's in the reward bag. We have 5 more dark regen bowls. Yay! That slows down the inevitable progression of death. Let's call it that. So, what's next on the agenda? Well, smashing that block a bunch of times. But before we do that, we're going to put our crucible directly on top of that lava block. And because we now have the materials to get away with it, we're going to extend this one more space this way so that we can have 2 crucibles over the lava blocks. Be careful not to get burned. There we go. And we can put slabs right there and there so that there's no chance of getting burned. Isn't it beautiful? 2 crucibles producing lava. A little bit of a cobblestone generator. It's not a grand one, but it'll do the job until we can automate this. And I can stand right in the middle of the cobblestone so I never lose a piece. Now, the other thing you can do is start using a hammer to smash this cobblestone into gravel. And now I have a relatively slow ability to produce lots of ore. So, I'm going to gather some materials, and once I am ready to make this cobblestone generator that much better, I shall return. See you soon. Alrighty, folks, I have been doing some serious resource gathering. I have sieved up 2 full stacks of dust and a half stack of gravel. Got a bit lucky and found 1 diamond. Gonna need a lot more than that before I'm through, but that can wait. So, also along the way, I made myself another 16 clay, stack of gravel, and a stack of sand so that I could get started making grout for a smeltery from Tinker's Construct. And, ooh, you know what? I don't have any, well, I don't have near enough charcoal made up. So we're going to get that cooking, and we're going to get this grout cooked up over time, but that's something that can be kind of on the back burner. So let me grab some more of this cobblestone and show you what I'm going to do to improve this cobblestone generator. We've got a couple of things, well, I have a couple of things in mind for this. One, instead of being a straight-on approach like this, we're going to have it be on corners. And let me show you how that works. First off, I need to... Can I stash you in the crucible? Yes, I can. Good. That'll make life a little easier, and I can dispose of this water, get it back later. And we're going to tear down everything that's not a crucible right here, because now that I have a lot of cobblestone, I can put together something a lot better than this. Ooh, another haste modifier. I've been getting fairly lucky on the pickaxe so far. I have 2 levels of haste, I believe it is. It's not really telling me, though. Oh well. Anyway, I've gotten a couple of levels of haste on the pickaxe, which is making the whole cobblestone generator situation go a lot faster and smoother. So, what do we need? Well, we need a spot for water, and 2 away from that is where we're going to have our landing space. And then 2 in the other direction from both of those, we're going to have our other. These are going to be our holes. Actually, we'll probably make this the lava because that'll be a little bit safer. And how do I want to build up the rest? Let's encase it. I've got the materials. It won't hurt me any to do so. Is this quite right? No, it is not, actually. Hang on. Oh. When your tool breaks, you can quickly repair it in your inventory like that. Here we go. This is what we're looking for. I'm going to end up flooding that hole down there, unless I do something about that. Unfortunately, I literally cannot remove that carpenter's hatch at this time. But that's alright. Not a big deal. The area down there can be flooded with water, and I don't care. So, like you. And the reason we're doing this is because liquids in Minecraft will happily flow towards the nearest the nearest place they can fall, and that includes heading for, well, this far away, and heading for 2 equidistant places that they can fall. Am I doing this quite right? I think I am. It's been a little while since I've built one of these, so you get to see me kind of fumbling through a bit on the screen because I need to figure it out a little as I go. Will that do? I believe that it will. Alright, so how this should work is I can grab my bucket of water and place it right here, and that'll flow into there. And then I can grab a bucket of lava, place it right here, and that'll spread right to that. And now I can get rid of this slab, and I can stand right here and easily extract from both, and as soon as the lava flows, it will hit the water. Now, there's going to be a little bit of waste heading off from there, but it's not a big deal. Also, the trapdoor is seemingly doing a very nice job of blocking the water, which I'm kind of happy about. I can work with that. So there you have it. There's a upgraded, faster, better manual cobblestone generator. But we're certainly not going to leave it at manual. No. Gonna get some more stuff melting in here. To do so, we need to provide some room for the lava to spread. Oh, sure. Oh dear. There we go. That'll do for the moment, until I can get a slab to put there. And you. And if I've got this figured right, yep, there we go. Now I've got lava underneath these, and you can see the melting speed is 2.0, where with the torch it was either 0.5 or 1.0. In any case, the lava goes a lot faster as a melting tool than a torch does. So now we have a good supply of lava. We have an easy supply of cobblestone and of sand and gravel. It's a little bit time consuming, but it doesn't take much effort, especially if you use MouseKeys. And if you don't know how to use MouseKeys, well, you can check the the description down below for a link to my video on how MouseKeys work. Alrighty. So I'm running low on food. I've got the berries planted, but I kind of want to let those grow and create more berry bushes for me. So I'm going to take those apples, And I'm going to take this cobblestone. I'm going to make myself a couple more furnaces for one. Maybe. Maybe the default vanilla furnace has been removed from this pack. I see the slab furnace. Yeah, it looks like there is no Minecraft furnace. There's only the slab furnace. Okay. Well, I can work with that. No problem. It's a little annoying because the slab furnace doesn't quite fit on top of each other smoothly. Like if I put one on top, it kind of just floats in the air. So I don't like the look of that. It bothers me. So instead, I'm just going to create a little furnace park over here, I guess you could call it. You're going to need at least 3 more. You can start cooking up a bunch of grout for me. You are going to make me some food. You can throw apples in a furnace with some charcoal. They cook like anything else. And this half food, half saturation apple will turn into a baked apple, which grants 1.5 food and a half bar of saturation, and counts as a light meal. This is from the Food Plus mod, as you can see. And this is pretty much how I intend to keep myself fed until the farm spreads out a little bit further. It's pretty good. And with 4 apple trees, I think I will get enough food on a regular basis to be able to actually keep myself going. All right, so there's nothing to do at the moment besides wait for things to cook. I need more apples, I need more seared brick, I need more charcoal, and I'm going to need to cook this sand into glass. The whole purpose of this is so that I can make a smeltery, because with a cobblestone generator at your fingertips, there's absolutely no reason not to make a smeltery as soon as possible and turn these ores, well, this broken and powdered ore, into 2 ingots per 4 pieces instead of 1 ingot per 4. I could take this powdered iron ore and create a iron ore dust block. No problem. And I could throw that in a furnace and get 1 ingot out of it. Or I can build the smeltery, put it in the smeltery to get 288 millibuckets of molten iron. And if you know how the smeltery works, hang on, where is my ingot cast? There it is. It takes 144 millibuckets of molten iron to create 1 iron ingot. So it gets you easy doubling. However, it will consume lava, but we've got an effectively infinite source of lava. It's just a matter of, are you willing to put the time in on this? At the end of the day, it all comes down to time investment. How much time are you willing to spend on each task? Well, I feel that putting in a little bit more time actively running around, shifting things around, keeps me more interested than more time smashing at the cobblestone and sieving the cobblestone in my oak sieve. Also, this is something that I'm going to want to build eventually anyway, if I ever want to automate creating minerals and metals and such in a sieve and then running it through a doubler. So why not, you know? Okay. While we're waiting, let's check our quests. I have completed, with all of this work, the powdered ore quest. And you can see that this unlocks another quest chain, which tells you, if you're paying attention, what I'm going to end up doing for my cobblestone. So that powdered ore quest required 8 Certus Quartz dust, 8 Skystone dust, 8 redstone, and 8 blaze powder, and it gets me a standard reward bag. Or, I'm sorry, a good reward bag. And in that reward bag, we receive a stone pickaxe. Wow, this game does not like me today. I have not been very lucky with the reward bags so far. Didn't have another one in there. Nope, okay. And next on the list, transfer things. To transfer things, we need to make some transfer pipes, and I'm planning on making those anyway, so why don't we get started right now? I will need glass, redstone, and smooth stone for the transfer pipes. I don't have a good way to create smooth stone yet. It's definitely something that will come later, but right now we can get another furnace made because it doesn't cost much, just a few cobblestone. Helps if you can actually mouse properly. There we are, and you there, you can go in here, and let's just cook up, say, 32 smooth stone. And then the I am grout Half of it can go in here. I'm starting to get more seared brick. Yeah, this is a lot more entertaining to me than just sitting there smashing at something. So let me check out that transfer pipe recipe. If I remember correctly, yep, just a couple of pieces of glass, a redstone, and some stone slabs. So I will need 3 smooth stone. I've got the glass and the redstone already. We can get the transfer pipes made and then turn one of them into a transfer node. Just like this. Redstone in the middle, glass on the edges. Bam. 8 transfer pipes. Traditionally, that gives a lot more than 8, but this pack is a little bit harsher on the recipes. Another good reward bag. Oh, hey, a diamond chest plate. That's nice. Huh. Is there any way for me to melt that down back into diamonds? No. That's a shame. I would really prefer 8 diamonds to a diamond chest plate, but we'll hang on to that for later. I'm not going to put it on right now, because I think that having that around at full durability is going to end up doing me more good in the long run than putting it on to absorb whatever little shots I take right now. If I run into something that I can't handle without armor, then it's probably going to be something that a single diamond chest piece is not going to save me from anyway, so I'm not too concerned. There we go. Everything's cooking now. I will probably want my planks and my slabs because I'm now looking to make the transfer node items. And that does require a chest. Ooh, I actually need a little more smooth stone than I have, but that's okay. It'll be an easy, quick creation. Speaking of chests, as I'm going along making these, I noticed that I have better storage 2% completed. Well, that's because the very first quest there is just to make 4 chests, and that gives you another reward bag. Second step along the way is to make copper chest, just 1. We will get to that later when we have our metal production up and running. In this good reward bag, we find 16 buttons. I guess it saves me from making 16 smooth stone. There we go. And we're going to need a block of redstone for this, as we do not have easy access to ender pearls at this time. Yeah, we'll just do the 1 for now. And then the transfer node items, we grab... we have everything. There we are. Shift-click on the question mark to automatically input any items into the crafting grid. This will not work with things like tools that are not stackable. There we go. So now, the next step along the way, now that we have our transfer node and we have completed the... Ooh, actually, you want 4 transfer nodes. Well, we're not completing that quest right now, are we? We'll give her a reward bag and 4 troll blocks. It's a pretty troll quest to begin with. However, now that we have our transfer node, we are going to make the world interaction upgrade, which is fairly cheap, surprisingly. It's going to take a bunch of iron and a bunch of lapis lazuli. We have the 4 lapis right in here. The iron is something that we're going to need to spend a little bit more time getting together. I need to wait for things to finish processing before I'm going to be ready for that. So I'm going to cut the camera, and when I come back, these furnaces will be done. Actually, I can probably... yeah, I'm going to need to wait for things to finish. So yeah, when I come back, we'll build ourselves a smeltery. See you soon. We are back with a couple of stacks of seared brick. Let's get started. First things first, we're definitely going to need a casting basin and a drain. Seared faucet, I'm sorry. Drain is also something we're going to need at least 1 of. We're going to work on building basically kind of your bare bones minimum smeltery. It's actually not going to be bare bones minimum. You could make something a lot smaller than this if you so chose, because of the 1.7 innovation in smeltery technology, where you can build things very, very small. I'm going to make a 2x2x2 smeltery, at least internal sizes. So that's going to need 4 for the bottom, and with 3 for the walls already, that will need another 4, 8, 12, 15. So a total of 19 brick. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. 19 bricks. Fantastic. And after sleeping through the night, not that it's super necessary, I reconfigured. I reordered all of the lights and got them set out in a way that the island as it currently is cannot spawn monsters. However, I also believe in better safe than sorry. So I'm going to build it right off of this edge here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And did I bring any cobble with me? I did. We'll just use that to kind of fill in, because this is where my casting basin is going to live. And here will be the controller and the seared tank. But they need to sit up a level. Well, they don't actually need to, but I prefer them up a level. How about that? There we go. There we are. I'm fairly happy with that. That'll do. That'll do quite nicely. Get our bricks here, 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 here. And here, 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 here. This is very strange to be building a smeltery without it being a 3x3 internal, but I kind of like the 2x2 a little bit more. Actually, you're too close, aren't you? Yes. I need the bricks. Drain. Faucet. I made myself 2 bricks more than I needed. Miscalculated. In any case. That's not a good sign. Oh, there we go. Just took a minute, I suppose, to figure it out. So it looks like I've got 9 internal space, which is unexpected. So this will give me 14 iron from these 7 iron ore dusts. And I'm only going to be able to pour out 9 of it at a time into the casting basin. You know what makes sense to me is probably to use some of this excess brick to make myself another drain, another faucet, and a casting table. And we'll get those installed as well. And then if I want any more than this, anything fancier for my smeltery, I will need to get more seared brick together. Which means making more grout, which is going to wait until I have some more automated systems. To fuel the smeltery, we're going to need to use a fair bit of lava. Luckily, we have a lava production station over there. Getting weird jags of lag when I interact with the smeltery, which is not a good sign. Also wondering how that came up to 999 millibuckets. Maybe that's the maximum that the... oh, what's it called? The Crucible can hold. I thought it could hold 4,000, but that may have been altered since the last time I looked into it. So we're going to get our iron melting. That's what we need to make the the world interaction upgrade. It occurs to me that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, never mind. I'm actually 5 seared brick short. However, now that we have the smeltery built, we actually don't need to work nearly as hard to get the seared brick. We can make seared bricks by creating liquid seared stone in the casting table. And, for example, where is my cobblestone in here? As you can see, a bit of cobblestone, just 1 piece of cobblestone, which I can't find because I'm in the compressed stuff. Well, anyway, 9 cobblestone and 1 compressed cobblestone will generate 162 seared brick. That's a number of the bricks, or you can pour it directly into the casting basin to create a seared stone, and it uses 144. Or you can make seared cobblestone using 72, and then resmelt that seared cobblestone to create 144, making kind of an eternal cycle, because the seared cobblestone creating 72 at a time is quite a bit more than a single piece of cobblestone can otherwise do. It just takes more interactions and more effort. So now we've got our iron pouring out for us. What else are we going to need? We needed 4 lapis, 4 iron ingots, and an iron pickaxe. So that's going to be a total of 7 of the 9 iron that we just pulled out. Not a problem. This will be worth it. Let's get crafting. Grab you. Everyone knows how to make a pickaxe, though it does help if you have sticks in your inventory, which I don't seem to at the moment. So my inventory continues to grow towards giant mess levels. Thank you. And I believe that the iron was on the inside and the lapis was on the edges. There we go. 1 world interaction upgrade. Now, one other thing I wanted to make myself is a barrel. One better barrel from just another better barrel attempt. And that's going to take a chest. Do I have a chest handy? Yes, I do. And I have logs, I have a slab, we're all set. We make one better barrel. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to pick a bit of cobblestone. Let's say that bit. I like the idea of that bit there. We're going to stuff the transfer node on top, and we're going to right-click that transfer node and insert the world interaction upgrade by shift left-clicking. And you can see that it starts generating cobblestone at a fairly good rate. Now we're going to stick our better barrel right here, and we're going to grab our transfer pipe and run that along here into the barrel. And in just a moment here, there you go. Cobblestone begins filling the barrel, which is awesome. We will be making extensive use of transfer pipes as we go through this Let's Play. And the reason I'm leaving this together like this is if I want to come and get gravel, I could grab cobblestone, place it down, and do all that, or I can just start breaking. And I can collect my gravel fairly easily this way. Later on, we will automate the production of gravel, sand, and dust if we choose to. For now, it is not necessary to worry any more about it than that. All right. What's our next step? Well, next is going to be spending some time actually turning all of this random bits of broken stuff into metals, and probably gathering more gravel, gathering more dust, sieving more things. So I'm going to do some resource gathering. When I come back, I'll show you the next step along the way. Actually, correction, we are just about out of time, so I will be resource gathering between episodes. Next episode, I'm going to get myself a way to get some monster drops in a safe manner. Remember, hardcore, only one life. By the way, if you need seeds, you need to put your wheat into your crafting grid to get it. Every time you harvest wheat, you should get about 3, and then you'll need to put it in the crafting grid to get more back. All right, so yeah, I've got a decent farm going. I am feeding myself well. I'm not creating dirt particularly quickly, but we're going to do something to fix that next time. And we're going to build ourselves something that will create the monster drops that we need. The bones, zombie flesh, creeper, gunpowder, ender pearls, all of that goodness. Everything except spiders. If you've seen me do a Let's Play before, you probably know the build that I'm going to do. If you've not, well, you're in for a treat, as I am going to be building a gravity-powered mob drop tower. Thank you very much for joining me, folks. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please let me know down below. Think about leaving a like and consider subscribing. If you have not, tell me in the comments what you would like to see me do better. And I will see you next time.